What's going on, my vibe tribe? This is Absolute Tarot Channel. That's right. This is CaraSeen, your personal reader. And today we have a pick a card reading for you. Is that will your long distance relationship work? So I think this is something that we could go over together. We have 3 piles here to choose from. Now, before we go ahead, I'm going to show you the stones here first. So pick on the stones and then you'll find out which pile to choose from, okay? I think it'd be cooler that way. Because you can just ponder on it, you can douse on it, you can pause the show, meditate on it, see which one's best for you. But I think for today, go by the stone. So the first one here, we have Jade Heart. A heart shape of jade. Now, not intentionally, but this is a heart shape amethyst, chunky little geode. And this is a teardrop shape of, let's see, there it is. I can get it to shine. Ooh, pretty. This is labradorite from Labrador, Canada. Oh, it's so beautiful. One of my favorite stones. So, the first pile that we have is going to be the labradorite. Second pile is the amethyst heart cluster. And third is the jade heart. So pile 1, labradorite, pile 2, amethyst, pile 3, the jade. So you can check down in the description down below as well as in the comments. And there you'll be able to find the link to each pile. You'll have a timestamp there. You can click on the timestamp and that's going to bring you directly to your pile that you chose. And I will see you there shortly. All right, pile number 1, we have the labradorite for pile number 1. This one is for you. So the first cards we have here, I have the Moonology cards for our advice, focus, and outcome. And then I have the Absolute Tarot deck for the black and white deck for our 5 main card spread. And then I have the Whispers of the Moon, Whispers of Romance, and then this is Love Messages, the little oracle cards I found on Etsy, and we'll get into those momentarily. So, some crazy interesting things here. So will your long distance relationship work? We have the Emperor. I'll show you the cards first. We have the Emperor, the Tower, 9 of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. So far what I see here is where your long distance relationship work. Now the Emperor is representing them. They are sitting pretty, they are mature. This also represents strategic planning. So it's like strategic planning when it comes to your relationship. We have mountains in the background here. A lot of mountains here, a lot of mountains that represents challenges. Now the challenges of a distance relationship, logistically challenged relationship, is Captain Obvious here with the mountains, but I'm feeling above that, it's almost like a protection is around him. He is on his throne, he's dressed, he's adorned, and yet he has his armor on. It's like a protective quality about them, like they're pulling back a little bit. I wonder why. They seem to be pulling back a little bit. There seems to be protection around them, around the challenges here. Now the next card here we have in the direction of the relationship is the Tower card. This is unwanted change. Sometimes this could represent upheaval. This is Mars energy when dealing with the Tower. Now Mars is, yes, action and change. It's a great energy to be had. Now the Tower card is beside the Emperor and is beside the Nine of Cups. Now this is an abundance card, a wishes do come true card. So because the Tower is between these guys, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to take this Tower card as an opportunity for some change, at some upheaval. Something has to change in your relationship. A grand gesture needs to happen. Without a grand gesture happening, how can you, like, all these things, all these romantic things that they say, can it ever really be true? Can it ever really happen? It's like a Romeo and Juliet theme, right? It's like a Romeo and Juliet relationship. They're wonderful. They can say these things, but can it really come true? But then I see the wishes do come true. We have the Nine of Cups here. This is material abundance. This is awesomeness. This is also a wall. He's sitting, there's a wall at his back. It's not made out of stone. It's not made out of brick. It's not made out of hay or straw like the Three Little Pigs. It is made out of cloth. This wall can be easily torn down. This tapestry can be torn down. Now he's sitting quite pretty and quite comfortably on the edge of the seat as well. So it does say that, quite comfortably this relationship is working out, but it is going to be taking some time. We have the King of Pentacles. This is a solid person. They're practical. They're wise, but it's slow-moving energy. It's Taurus energy. It's Virgo, Capricorn energy. Extremely slow. It's going to be taking some time till this relationship can be one together. So yes, there's a Tower. There's some chaos. There's a little bit of upheaval with that, but we have the wishes do come true. We have the abundance, but we have to be clear with each other what your needs are and where you stand. Where you stand, it needs almost like a sacrifice needs to be had. But we have the Knight of Cups. And for the outcome, this is a beautiful card to get for the outcome. Check this out. Speaking of grand gestures, here we have Prince Charming, Princess Charming, romance proposals coming in. It's a beautiful place to be. Look at the horse is trotting along, is showing off as he's bringing in his cup of love, his grand gesture of love. Stopping at the water's edge, waiting to be known. A little bit of gesture here, showing. Now for your advice for the Moonology cards, we have look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Now full moons are about gratitude, results, forgiveness even. This is a Sagittarius energy. This is getting the mark. This is a hunter moon. This is a fire moon. And now for your focus, we have a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries now. It's interesting. So the only thing we're missing is a Leo, which we don't have. We have Cancer moon. But I do have 3 full moons sitting here on my table. So results. There may have been some sadness in the relationship for a while. Maybe that's why the Tower cards come up. Maybe things that were said that didn't have a follow through, But if we're the focus of fiery climax approaches, this is Aries moon. This is an Aries feeling coming in. Now this Aries moon is a pioneer. They're loving, they're kind, and they fall in love hard and fast. We have a personal issue reaches a resolution in full moon in Cancer. The Cancer is also a loving, emotional water creature. This is a water moon, of course. Very kind creatures. Now, a personal issue reaches resolution. Now, that tells me there may have been some things that were said that may have touched them on a personal level that hurt, maybe a little sensitive. Maybe things were said that things didn't have a follow-through, and that can hurt too. But a grand gesture is coming. A gesture of love is coming to you. Now we have Whispers of the Moon. We have the Modern Witch's Waxing Crescent Moon, the Elder 13th Moon, the Worm Moon, Flower Moon, May Moon, the Worm Moon being March, sorry, and the Beaver Moon in November. So the Modern Witch's Waxing Crescent Moon's message is saying attracting money, wealth, career, and success. So together, it could be possibilities of success, career, wealth between you two. We have Seeker. We have the Elder, the 13th Moon. Seeker, transition, evolution, continuation, helping establish that connection. That connection that needs to happen to you with communication, that bond, looking at the bigger picture. The 13th Moon, the Elder Moon. That's also some Earth Moon too, some slower moving energy. It's going to take a bit here. We have the Worm Moon for March. It fills the air with fresh flowers and hopes, deep new beginnings, a time for rebirth, renewal, and awakening. So the Worm Moon's message. March Moon, springtime moon, fills the moon. It seems like your relationship is going through a new evolution, a new rebirth, a new process, a new stage. It's almost like the next stage in the relationship, hey? We have the Flower Moon, May, still in springtime here, filling the air. The Flower Moon inspires you to blossom and bloom and appreciate your abundance. And we had the attracting of money, the wealth, career, and success, the abundance that's happening between you two. It could be more than one opportunities of just love. It could be a partnership in many ways. And that is the Flower Moon. We have the Beaver Moon, November. Is about rising from the darkness to search through your shadow and find strength in it. Rising through the darkness, from the darkness, and search through your shadow and find strength. The Beaver Moon, November. It's about rising up and trusting yourself, taking that breather, taking that break, searching within your shadow self and not having to worry. Because this feels good, this reading. Where your long-distance relationship work, it feels like a total yes. Next up we have is Whispers of Romance Oracles. So the first card we have is, I want to show you how much I love you. So the love is there. If that's something there you need is your confirmation. I want you all to myself. I'm feeling jealous. Oh, someone doesn't like the distance between you two. They're a little envious of your time together. They're feeling envious that you could be with somebody else at any given time. You are all I need in this world. They want to reassure you. I'm ready for the next step in our relationship. Ready to move to the next level. And here it is. I want to have a family with you. Now our last cards here, they're little, they're tiny, they're super small, but the messages are so lovely. So the first one we have here is deepening. A relationship will finally deepen in the next few months that you have been waiting for this. A relationship will finally deepen in the next few months. You have been waiting for this. We have leave your fears behind. They are stopping this relationship from blossoming. Sorry, the writing's so small it's hard to read. Distance. The separation you are experiencing is necessary to help the relationship to grow. Ooh. Actions speak louder than words. If you don't know what someone is feeling, watch what they are doing. And our last card is magnetic connection. There's this very strong pull and intensity that draws you to this person. I believe your long distance relationship will work, but not without time. Not without, there's someone is going to have to make a gesture of change. Someone is going to have to make that grand gesture of which one. It may not be a 50-50 a change in the relationship. Maybe the one is going to have to do a little bit more changing, a little bit more sacrificing in the relationship than the other. If they're meant to be together, you will be. Well, thank you so very much for joining me today. It's been an honor and a pleasure here once again. Throw me down a little like up and subscribe and ring that bell so you know when the next videos come out, as well as throw me down what pile that you picked and where you're from. I love hearing out what everyone's from. Anyway, thank you so very much for chilling out with me today, and take care. All right, pile number 2, we got this one's for you. We got the amethyst cluster, a little heart shape, rocking out. All right, let's have a little look-see here. We have the Absolute Tarot deck for our 5-card lay down. Oh, got some worry here. Okay, we'll deal with that. And we got for advice, focus, and outcome. I'm using the Moonology deck. And we also have some Whispers of the Moon. We'll get into some more information too. Whispers of the Romance. And a little love messages that I found on Etsy. So we'll get into those in just a moment. But let's have a little look-see here meantime. So will your long-distance relationship work? Let's have a little look. Now overall, I'm seeing some worry. I'm seeing some sadness. I'm seeing some isolation. We have the 5 of Pentacles here in our overall here card. I can see that. I can see the worry. I can see the isolation that how the graphics of you guys been so far apart. Whether it be only a couple hours apart, or whether it be 2 states apart, 2 countries apart, the other side of the world apart. Isolation, that feeling, being alone and not being able to see each other all the time is hard. I understand that. And I see that with you both. We have the Queen of Love here. The Queen of Love is telling us about a nurturing person, someone who's healing, supportive person. This is them and you. This is a kind person. This is a lot of love. She has so much love to give that she has the most grandest cup. She's got the grandest cup out of everyone in the whole deck. Even before the king himself, her is beautiful. Now she's got so much love, she's got a cap on her cup, that's for sure. Now our next card here is in the direction here. We have the 2 of Swords. Now this is blindfolding your eyes and your ears, and now you're forced to use your third eye. You're forced to use senses that you haven't thought about before when you're dealing with each other. This is crossing your heart, man. This is a time to compromise. This is a time to make a decision. Will this relationship, will this long distance relationship work? Now the next card is the first card that I start off with here, and that's a Five of Pentacles, the isolation, the worry. You know, there's a couple people walking here in the snow. One has a shoe on, one shoe off. They're walking through blistery weather. But they can go inside and be warm. But they're apart and they're choosing the hardships of a relationship and separation. You have made the choice to have a long distance relationship, and I see that with the Hangman card. It shows me that you two are able to have a different perspective on things. And this is also about self-sacrifice as well. This is Neptune energy. This is a way you express yourself when you two are together. You probably had to find out different and unique ways to be together in the long distance. Good for you. We have the Ace of Swords here for our outcome. Now, the Ace of Swords is telling me about communication. It tells me about a new project, tells me about new ideas. All in all, this represents a mental clarity. Now, this mental clarity is something that needs to happen between you two, a truth that needs to be told. Will your long-distance relationship work? That depends on you. Seems like some truth that needs to be handed out here first, I'm seeing here. It could be you, it could be them. We have for our advice here, we have hold your vision. We have the fixed moon. Now the holding your vision, holding on to your dreams, holding on to your goals together. Holding on to the goals, holding on to the dream that you two are going to be together is the advice card. Sorry, excuse me. Wintertime, very dry. Now we have for your focus is surrender to the divine, the full moon. The full moon represents forgiveness, gratitude, and results. And this is a beautiful full moon on this card. Now for our outcome here, we have a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. Now the Libra energy is an air sign, the intellectual sign. The Libra is also ruled by the Venus and the goddess of love. This is about a rebirth of new ideas. This is Empress energy right here as well. This is a beautiful love card to receive. Probably one of the few love cards to receive in this moon deck. Now next we have is the Whispers of the Moon. We have the last quarter magic moon, the waning crescent messages, an Aries moon, a fire moon, a waxing gibbous messages, and the oak tree July moon. Okay. So the last quarter magic messages for us is I receive perfect intention into my life the way it was intended. So if this relationship was intended, take it with perfect love and perfect light. For it was meant to be here together for you. The next one is the waning crescent messages, the waning moon. And we have let go and surrender the past. If you let go and surrender that past, it's going to help you get through, and it's going to help you open up to a future and relationship that you'll be together. And you need to be together 100%. And if you're hanging on to the past or hanging on to a past relationship, that is going to hinder and stop you to your future. Our next card here is the Aries moon. And immediately meet the challenging energies head on. If there is something that you need to talk about, take on that Aries pioneering energy. Take on that fiery moon, that passionate moon. and take on that Aries energy and let them meet any of the challenges head on. You're going to get a different perspective on the stuff here too, and you're going to need that total honesty. So if you need honesty, if you feel that something's come up, take on that energy, talk about it, get it out right away. Refine your goals and your dreams and keep things in pace. Refine your goals and dreams, so keep on the course. This is a waxing gibbous messages. The next we have is the oak tree, the July moon. I guess would be more like an earth moon as well with the green moon. Strength stabilizer, crusader, excuse me, ancestry, healing of the heart, and so you may rebuild your life. Healing of the heart, so you may rebuild your life. I'm going to go back to let go and surrender the past. You're blindfolding yourself and crossing your heart. It's time to let go of that worry and that isolation and get a different perspective while being upfront and honest. It'll give you the love that you need. Next we have is Whispers of Romance. And we have Whispers of Romance love messages. So let's see what we have here. We have 5 cards here. I'm planning a romantic retreat for us. Well, there's a grand gesture that one is needed. To know that you're planning a get-together, something to be together is going to be so romantic. It is going to be so well wanted and so well needed. I want to romance you. I'm ready to love again. I think your worries may have been right. They were holding back a bit. But they were probably worried. They needed that trust. They needed confirmation. Next message, if you knew my dark past, would you still want me? Letting go of the past so you can be one together within the future. If you knew their dark past, would you still want them? Are you willing to understand that? And I think you will be able to, because the next card says our bond is strong and deep. Now our next cards we have here. They are the one. You have already met the romantic partner you seek. They are the one. They are worth waiting for. Past lives, you have known this person before. It is a soulmate from a past lifetime. You are enough. The person you are meant to be with will love you the way you are. You don't need to change, it says. You are enough. Don't change to be with them. Don't change your lifestyle and your ways just to be with them. Change maybe where you're going to move or live to. That's different. But have faith. The angels are working behind the scenes to make this relationship flourish. Reaching your goal. Everything you want from this connection will manifest in the near future. Wow, cool. That's a great last card to receive. Reaching your goal. We talked about goals here. Well, my love, thank you so very much for joining me. And if we have to say here today, will your long-distance relationship work? Yes. But not without some trials and tribulations and some hard work. But you are enough, and you don't need to change. You're going to have faith because you are reaching your goal, and they are the one. Thank you again for chilling out with me. Don't forget to put down what pile that you picked and what country that you're from, because I always like to know where everyone's from. And yeah, it was awesome to read for you again today. Have a great day. Take care. All right, pile number 3, we have the Jade Heart. This one's for you. So we have a few cards here to rock with today. We have the Absolute Tarot deck. We're going to do our 5-card laydown spread. And then we have the Moonology cards for our advice, focus, and outcome. It looks like I have 2 for the outcome. Not just, okay, I gotta move over here. I got 4 cards. And then we got Whispers of the Moon. We're gonna use that deck, as well as Whispers of Romance. Oops. And then we have a cute little deck, tiny little deck that I found on Etsy. We'll get into those in just a moment. So, will your long distance relationship work? Let's check it out here and have a little look see here before. Yeah. All right. So, the first card we're starting off with either represents the person in question or you. This represents the both of you in this case. And what do we got here? We got some Ace of Cups here, my friend. This is romance, proposals, marriage, new baby, new love, new awesomeness. I'm not saying it's new baby, just saying this is what it represents. But we got some new love and some awesomeness coming in here. Even the pink lotus flowers at the bottom here represent some new beginnings. We have the Hermit card here, and you feel in isolation, you're feeling alone, you're feeling the Hermit here in this relationship. It feels like it's a little bit one-sided here at times. Holding a lantern to yourself here. But I see he's on top of the mountains here. He's on the highest peaks out of all the cards next to the Tower card here, and it shows the mountains are always shows challenges, but he's on top. So I like that. So he's going within himself for a little personal truth, a little spiritual illumination possibly. But don't be the hermit, my friend. Really, if you are feeling that lonely and you're in a relationship, you should never be together. But you know what? Don't despair. Because I see the 9 of Pentacles here, my love. And I think you should be together. This is a prosperity card. This is a noble card. This is a beautiful card to receive. This is self-sufficient. This is financial gain. This is financial pleasures. So this in a love reading tells me of a gain here. I mean, even with the grapes that are growing, that can be turned into wine. It seems like the fruitation, the process of the hard work of the relationship being put together. It feels like you're a little alone here, and I wonder why. But then I see this here. I see the 3 of Cups here. The 3 of Cups could represent a bit of a situationship. Maybe a third party has caused them to draw back a little bit. Maybe a third party influence. Someone could be influencing them. Maybe a little gossiping, maybe a little bit too much excess here or there. But I see some in the outcome here is something good, and I'll tell you that in just a moment. So let's go back to our cards here before we get to the outcome. So we have the love here between you two. We have new love. This is about a new relationship. This isn't the marriage card. This isn't a long term. This is a new relationship, a new blossoming, and it's nice when that relationship constantly feels like that. Like you are the one. And I don't want you to feel like the hermit anymore. Sometimes when we're feeling isolated in a relationship, it can cause us to feel alone. But you do have the prosperity card. There may be someone with some outside influence here bothering you. You know, it could be a mother. It could be work. It could be an ex. It could be a karmic relationship. It could be someone else, an ex trying to come in and bother them. But I see the 8 of Swords here for our outcome. And I like that. And because it's in reverse, this tells me about lifting those self-imposed restrictions, okay? This is about release, new hope, escape, liberation, freedom. It's a freedom of feeling of that worry. It's that lifting, that freedom of no longer feeling of that isolation in the relationship anymore. Now look at this, what I get here. For our advice, we have, it's time to release negativity. We have the full moon in Scorpio. Now the full moons represent results, forgiveness, and gratitude. Sorry, not gratification. That represents gratitude. The Scorpio is a water moon. The Scorpio is a mothering. The Scorpion is quite a mothering, nurturing creature. The full moon in Scorpio, letting your emotions shine through. Letting the spirit of the water moon come through for you. Emotions are running high. We have the super moon now for your focus. So emotions are running high. We don't know what's going on, and sometimes we can get in our head too much and we can overthink a problem, overthink a situation. Not saying this is a problem, just overthinking a situation. At any given time, we may be feeling that envy that someone else has their time and we don't. It's not jealousy, it's just an envy of someone else could be with them. Worried about this situationship sometimes. But I feel the nobility of the prosperity card that you two will be fine together. Because you have that liberation, that freedom. You've lifted those self-imposed restrictions. So yes, emotions are running high. And that's understandable because you're far apart. And if we don't know exactly when we can't see each other every day and touch each other every day, it makes it harder and harder, doesn't it? But I want you to work through your fears. We have the new moon in Scorpio. We got Scorpio twice, so it really shows me nurturing. Scorpios to me are nurturing creatures. A kind, mothering, loving souls. And the new moon represents a clean slate, a new potential, new beginnings. Beautiful. And then we have faith in your dreams for our second outcome card here, waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. The waxing crescent moon represents courage and moving forward, and it represents the faith. Now next one we have is Whispers of the Moon card. We have the pink moon, April, the blue moon, end of October, the Cancer moon, full moon affirmations, and the hawthorn tree, June moon, earth moon. So starting off with the hawthorn, we have consequence, contradictions, situationships, clearing the air in communication. Now I know why we got this one. Communication, clearing the air, that freedom. Situationships, clear the situation here. Get it out. If you are worried about a third party, ask them. And if they truly want to be with you, then they will be honest with you. And that's what the sword cards are about too. Honesty is definitely with the Scorpio energy as well. We have the full moon affirmation messages here. Now says, I free myself from all that holds me back. I free myself from all that holds me back. Don't let anything hold you back. Be communication. If you're scared to ask them something, then they're not truly yours. If you're scared and you have to hold back, and if you're scared of what they'll say and then they'll pull back, then they're not truly yours. Intuition to protect what makes you feel secure. Cancer moon. Cancer moon is that water moon as well. Cancer next to Libra is one of the most loving romantic creatures out there. Protect what makes you feel secure. Now we have the blue moon. Now there's 2 moons in October. And the blue moon is at the end of October. This year is actually on Halloween, so that was pretty cool. Now, the blue moon helps build you a better life, asking you to revisit, reassess, and rediscover something. So reassessing the past, reassessing what's happening here. Maybe you've had something in your past that you think to cause distrust and lack of trust. But you need to feel it in your heart and know that things are going to be all right. You need to get it out. You need to talk about it. And I'm able to see this because I see the pink moon. And I have all these cards in my Whispers of the Moon. This would probably be my love card here. It's even all pink here as well. The pink moon from the April moon brings you much needed self-love, clarity, finding beauty in everything, and a time to fall in love. Brings you much needed clarity and self-love. I don't think you need to worry, my love, either. Will your long distance relationship work? It sure sounds like it. It sounds like you've had a lot of stresses and a lot of worries on your shoulders, though, too. So let's have a look at our Whispers of Romance and see what we also have here as well. We have, I will show you divinely guided love. Ooh. That is a beautiful place to be. Surrender yourself to me. I've manifested you. My emotions are running away from me. There's that emotions card. They're worried just as much as you are. You too are just a bunch of silliness. Oh my goodness. And then look at this. I trust you more than ever. So don't worry about it. The mutual trust is there, my love. I would not worry about it at all. Now we have these little love romance messages here, these teeny tiny little cards, but with wonderful little messages, but that are extremely hard to read. But they're really wonderful messages. The first one we have is true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. True and lasting love is here for you. We have unconditional love. The love between you and your person is eternal. Nothing and no one can take it away from you. And we have a third-party situation. Other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. Where's that card? Look at that, and I thought about the situationship here. Look at that. I'm going to read that again. Other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. But guess what? We have keep the door open, so don't be so focused on closed door that you don't see the ones that are actually open for you, okay? And don't forget you got this card. I trust you more than ever. Letting go. If someone leaves, letting go. If someone leaves you confused more than comforted, you need to reassess their access to you. I'll hit that one more time. If someone leaves you confused more than comforted, you need to reassess their access to you. So something to ponder on. So I think things are going fine. I think if someone is leaving you confused, I think you need to use that sword energy, that air energy, and communicate, trust, and free yourself from all that holds you back. Bring in much needed love and self-clarity. You will have the circle of support of friends around you that you need, and come out of that hermit mode and come out and talk to them. Don't be afraid to talk to them, because if you don't talk to them, they think that you're holding back. They may be thinking the same thing that you are, my dear. Oh my goodness. Will your long distance relationship work? It'll only work if you tell the truth. It will only work if you get the truth. Well, thank you so very much for hanging out with me today, and I feel this is going to be okay for you. Throw me down a little like up and subscribe and ring that bell, and lets you know when the next videos come out. Also, let me know what pile that you picked and where you're from. I love hearing where everyone is from. It makes me happy. Anyway, take care, and thanks for hanging out with me again.